Are you among those who can attest to the effectiveness of moringa? Do you want to continue enjoying its benefits but prefer to do it the natural way? If so, then I can help you with that. In this video, we're going to talk about the steps you need in growing a container or indoors moringa. About Moringa Tree. The Moringa tree is native to India and is being cultivated in various tropical and subtropical areas. In the US, however, it can grow within USDA zones 9 to 11. It can easily grow in a pot if exposed to enough sunlight in temperate climates. However, it will go dormant if exposed to temperatures below 18 degrees Celsius. Since it's not tolerant of low temperatures, the Moringa tree will die if exposed to extreme cold weather. For that, if you're living in such a climatic condition, I'd suggest you grow your Moringa tree in a huge container or cover it with blankets. Benefits of growing Moringa tree at home. Before you start growing your own Moringa tree, here are the benefits of growing one at home. Bees and other pollinators are attracted to the tiny flowers of the Moringa tree, more specifically to their sweet nectar. You can make your own natural and fresh Moringa tea. The drink makes for an excellent addition to your diet, mainly due to its high nutrient and antioxidant content. It's also known to offer a lot of other health benefits. Its seeds can serve as a natural purifier. In fact, they're widely used in countries where water can be quite turbid for drinking purposes. By simply crushing moringa seeds and throwing them into the water, you will be able to purify and clarify the water for domestic use. The fruits and leaves of the moringa tree all make for some tasty and nutritious meals. In fact, you can make Indian curry as well as other Southeast Asian recipes with moringa. Growing moringa tree indoors. The moringa can grow fast as long as its growing requirements are met. In fact, you can have a full-grown moringa tree just 8 months after sowing the seeds. To achieve that, you have to make sure the following requirements are met. Here are the requirements you should follow. Location. It's important to plant your moringa tree in a sunny location, preferably one that receives a minimum of 6 hours of sunlight every day. Water. Another important requirement for growing a moringa tree is water. You'd want to water it moderately while young, then water it sparingly once it's grown. Don't water it too much as it can only cause the leaves to turn yellow. Soil. You can use any potting mix as long as it's fertile and is rich in organic matter. Fertilizer. A moringa tree doesn't necessarily need fertilizers to grow. You can use manure or compost instead. However, if it's experiencing growth problems, you can use a general-purpose fertilizer. To make sure you can successfully grow your own moringa tree at home, you have to prepare these materials. Gardening tools, clay pot, moringa seeds or branches, household fertilizers, pruning shears, soil. Now that you know the requirements for a successful moringa tree cultivation, let's move on to the steps you have to follow. Step number 1. Pick the right location to place your pot. The moringa tree will require abundant sunlight in order to grow. Therefore, you have to pick an indoor location that can receive a lot of sunlight every day. Preferably, you'd want to expose your moringa plant to sunlight for at least 6 to 8 hours per day. Step number 2. Fill the pot with soil. Once you've decided the right place for your pot, you can then start to fill the pot with soil. It can be a combination of 5% composted manure, 10% sand, and 85% soil. The reason for this is that moringas can get easily waterlogged if placed in a potting mixture that doesn't drain well. Step number 3. Dig holes and plant the seeds. Start digging holes that are 1 foot square and 1 foot deep, then fill them with loose soil. Also, make sure they're 2 inches apart. Place around 3 to 5 seeds in each hole, making sure that the seeds aren't planted deeper than ½ an inch. Cover them with soil afterward. Step number 4. Water the surrounding soil. During the early stages, your moringa plant will require just enough water to grow. Therefore, make sure you water the surrounding soil enough to make it moist. However, don't water too much as it will only cause the seeds to become waterlogged. Step number 5. Remove unhealthy saplings. Once your moringa saplings are around 6 inches tall, you'll have to get rid of the unhealthy ones and keep only the healthiest. After that, apply a layer of compost to promote further growth. Also, don't overwater the soil and make sure it stays dry to prevent choking the roots. Step number 6. Transplant the grown moringa seeds into individual pots. After reaching at least 1 foot high, you may start transplanting your healthy moringa plants into individual pots. When transplanting, make sure you use the right tools to prevent damaging the plant's root system. Caring for your plant. Once you have successfully grown your moringa plant, you'll have to make sure you take care of it properly. Here are some tips I can recommend. Using your pruning shears, prune old branches as the tree starts to mature. This will encourage fruiting and further growth. Look for any pests in your saplings and get rid of them as soon as possible. Also, make sure that there are no weeds present. Remove the flowers during your tree's first year of growth to further encourage fruiting. Moringa is drought tolerant, however, you have to water it once its leaves start to sag. The moringa tree is packed with tons of essential oils and vitamins. The best part is, it's actually pretty easy to plant your own moringa tree in your backyard, even indoors. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.